Hey guys, we are back today and I am fast approaching the holidays and so are you. This is December 19th, yes. and yeah, my hair's doing some crazy Christmas tree thing, but I am looking where I'm supposed to be looking today, so that's exciting. I realized I actually wrote out my outline for today, which I never do. And after doing it, I realized that I was doing it with glasses. Oh boy. And now I don't have my glasses on because I get so much glare from all the lights. And I've tried the lights every which way in this little studio or my office or whatever. And it always catches the glare with the glasses. So if you see a lot of weird squinting today, that's because I am trying to read my outline. So, anyway, first of all, I want to say happy holidays. I know a lot of you were so busy and you're shopping and you're preparing, and just make sure to take some time for yourself and take a deep breath and relax, especially if you're going through a hard time right now, if you're in a flare right now. I have been there. I've been in a horrible flare during the holidays. I have been very sick during the holidays. I've been to the point where I did not want to partake in the holidays at all. And all of that is totally fine because the most important thing is you take care of you. I was reading two articles. One was during Thanksgiving in the New York Times, and they were saying how people now we skip out on these big holiday celebrations. You know, you have to do the big thing for Christmas Eve, and then you have to do the huge thing at the families for Christmas Day, and you have to cook all this food and make it a big hurrah. And people refuse to do it anymore because our lives are just so freaking busy. And then we have time off, and then we're supposed to be running around like chickens with our heads cut off. So just if you don't feel like doing that and you want to opt out, whether you're in a flare, whether you're not, whether you're someone who does not enjoy the food because you can't eat any of it, which, hello, how many of us, have been in this situation or are in that situation, or, excuse me, our taste buds have changed and we just don't like that crappy food anymore. That's what happened to me. And I never thought that would happen to me. In fact, today I tasted a little bit of a candy bar at Barnes and Noble. Long story, had no food. It's been a crazy day. And I pretty much spit it out. I was like, ew, this is weird, cheap ass chocolate that I don't want in my body. So if you're like that, then, make your own traditions. Opt out. It's okay. I keep saying opt out because I just want people to know that it's fine and your family will be fine. Your kids will be fine. Your spouse will be fine. Your partner, I said your family, your friends, everyone will live if you don't show up for Hanukkah or Christmas or Diwali or any of these celebrations. Don't worry about it. Do you this year. That is my biggest advice to you. Going through this, being in the IBD community now for over 3 years, do whatever the fuck you want. I shouldn't be swearing. See, here's the problem. I'm doing more stuff on Instagram. I'm doing more things on YouTube. Oh, by the way, if everything goes the way it should today, this video will be on YouTube. I will have the link in the show notes so you can watch me, which is always fun too. I'm trying to build my YouTube next year. That's coming later next year because I'm trying to work on my Instagram now. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. You guys, they changed my Instagram handle. My new Instagram handle is at Free Spirit Jennifer C. At Free Spirit Jennifer C. Because I hired this fancy social media coach and she said for me to embrace everything, right? To have my podcasts and the book and other upcoming things that I'm hoping to do. She said, you have to change that and make it more you and your name. So yes, that Instagram handle again, one more time, is now at Free Spirit Jennifer C. And I have a lot of fun things on Instagram I feel excited about. I feel like it's more me now on Instagram. And I'm going to get a lot spicier and sexier in 2025 because that's where I kind of want to go with things, That's a whole nother thing. We're going to go talk about IBD and CIRS. But yeah, so anyway, just just telling you where all of this is going. Another thing is, okay, Shelly K. Apodaca, you know her from 2 episodes. She's amazing. She's the one that told me about mold toxicity in CIR, and she told a lot of you. We had no idea until we met her, and it brought us on this amazing journey to, I'm sorry guys, I'm coughing today because I ate something a little weird, but amazing journey. It's that goddamn Barnes & Noble candy bar. I'm telling you, I was fine until I put that thing in my mouth. Anyway, she told all of us about CIRS and mold toxicity and led us all on this journey to root causes and all of that. She's amazing. She, as I say many times, is one of the highlights of this podcast, and we all want to support one another. If you guys remember one of my recent episodes, she is in India now. That did happen for a specialized surgery or group of surgeries to help with fistulas. And she could not have this done in the US or Canada or anywhere closer because it's a specialized clinic in India, Pune, India, where they have laparoscopic surgery, and she is doing so well. I want to report on that. I'm lucky enough to be in the group chat with her family and her friends, and which is so nice that I was put in that group chat. And she had her first surgery, and you know, when you heal, sometimes things get a little crazy in the body, but now she's doing extremely well. The doctor said that the surgery went phenomenal, which I'm not surprised. I mean, you guys know how well Shelly takes care of herself. Not surprising at all. So please, you know, I want you to consider, I know we're spending a lot of money. I know we are. It's the holidays, but I want everyone to consider taking a little bit of that money this year and donating to Shelly's GoFundMe. I will put the link in the show notes because it's expensive, you guys. She has to be in India, her and her husband, for months at a time, all these surgeries. I didn't understand, and I thought she was staying at the clinic that was included. It's not. So she has to stay in a separate hotel, which is 4 minutes from the clinic. And then on top of that, she's paying for all these out-of-pocket surgeries and all this care and all the special food and all of that. But the good news is she's doing really well. 60% of her colitis symptoms have subsided because of this surgery. That is amazing to me. I am so happy, and I'm so freaking proud of her. She's such a warrior. She's such a healer. She encompasses everything I think that we are as well. And she's really showing the community, you know what? I fell down. I'm getting up. I'm doing really well. And nothing is going to get me down. And I really applaud that. I think this was, well, I know this was the right move for her. So, wow, it's an amazing thing. Remember, fistulas are a big deal. They're worse than abscesses. Fistulas they create pathways from the organs. So, for example, again, this is very personal, but I'm allowed to say it. She was going number 2 out of her vagina, for example. So that's not good. We all know that because this is what fistulas do. They create these pathways in the body that aren't supposed to be there. And she is getting rid of them, which is so great and so amazing. So remember, I am going to have the GoFundMe link in the show notes. If you're on YouTube, seeing this on YouTube, I will have it on YouTube somehow. And make sure to donate. I'm going to donate again. I'm going to donate a second time. And I talked with my husband and I said to him, I was going to buy you something a little more expensive, but I would like to donate. And he agreed. He said, no, I don't need that. Give it to Shelly. So think about doing that too. You know, we all want to support each other. We all love each other. Okay, so that is that. All right. So today I am talking about my favorite things of 2024, since we're ending 2024. And again, I think I said this, hopefully everything goes well. It'll be on YouTube. Sorry, I've repeated myself, but I'm going back and forth with this notebook. Okay, so let's do a countdown. I love me a good countdown. Number 5, hydrogen water. You guys know I talked about it in episode 104. If you have not listened to that episode, I cannot urge you enough to listen. It's such a good episode, not because of me, just because of all the details. And I really go into it and I tell you guys, you've got to go slow with this, right? They always say, if you look at any of the manufacturers, they say, oh, you should be drinking 3 to 6 bottles a day. And remember for Mario, she had said to me, no, you got to go slow with this. So make sure before you even order a bottle to listen to this episode. That is free, my episode, and it's going to save you a ton of money. Also, I was going to say, look for after holiday sales. If it were me, I would not buy the bottle right now. I would wait until January and buy it half price, guarantee you, because they had a really good Black Friday sale where everything was half price. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the Echo Go Plus, the bottle I have. And today I actually did it right. I charged it. Last time I didn't. I'm going to put it on for you. So now you guys can see the purple. I feel like the price is right, girl. Is that right? Price is right? Yeah. I feel like the price is right, girl. Aren't I cute? Yep. There's a bottle and you can see it's bubbling and it's purple. So it's taking out all the yucky stuff, all the bacteria. Okay. So I put this on for how many minutes? Did I put on for... Okay, I put it on for 2 clicks, 10 minutes, want it extra hydrogenated. I can never say this right. And, I wanted to give an update on that. I started drinking hydrogen water in mid-September, and now it's mid-December 2024. And I said I didn't think I was going to increase the amount. I was able to. So now I'm up to 2 bottles a day. So it took me 3 months to get up to 2 bottles a day. And I'm going to be starting over the holidays on the 3rd bottle. So I'm going to go 2.25 bottles a day. And I'm really excited about that. I'm hoping that, we go in this direction. Again, if we don't, or if you don't, and you stay at 1 bottle a day or half a bottle a day, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just... if I stay at 2 bottles a day, great. No harm, no foul. So I'm actually really happy about all of that. My goal would be 3 to 6 bottles a day. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Who cares? And then, I also want to show you one of my other favorite things. So I love the Analemma wand, but I love how I have the hydrogen water right here. And now I'm doing 2 10-ounce bottles a day, hopefully getting up to 3 in the next couple months or so. And then I also do the Analemma wand, which I've never showed you guys this. So I decided to bring it out. This is what it is. This is how small it is, right? So hold on, I have a pen here. So if you put it next to a pen, here we go. It's not much bigger than the pen. I throw it in my purse. I absolutely love it. And I'm taking it out. You can see it. Sorry, guys, if you're not on video, you may want to go and look at the video just to see what I'm doing. And you see the structured water in there? See it? That's it. And then I take my water. I don't have much water in there right now. And I stir it like something this small, or let's say the water was up to here. I would stir it 15 times slowly, right? 1, 2, 3, you get the point. And then you drink it and it makes it structured. And I feel like that has made a huge difference for me. So here it is again. I'm going to wipe it on my shirt, which is not the best, and then you just put it back in the tube and that's it. You just have to be careful around, I need to talk the right place. You have to be careful around pets, right? Small kids, like don't let your little kid play with it. If it breaks and you're buying another one. So again, I love that combination of the hydrogen water, which I just do hydrogen water, and then separately structured water with the Analemma wand. And for the Analemma wand, the link, my affiliate link, is in the show notes. So you have that. And yeah, okay. And then number 4 is colonics. Hold on, I have to get a time count. Okay, number 4 is colonics. That is episodes 81 and 84. Here's my big thing about colonics. So you're going to go on the internet and you're going to read about colonics and they're going to say this. They're going to say it's bad for IBD, it's bad for UC, it's bad for Crohn's, right? They're going to say you absolutely should not do it. Here's the thing. You have to go to someone who knows what the heck they're doing. And some of them don't, right? You have good ones, you have bad ones, you have okay ones. You have to go and you have to maybe go and do a consult first and be like, have you ever dealt with anyone with IBD, with CIRS? Probably not CIRS. They probably never heard of it, but IBD or mold toxicity or something like that. Because guess what? My colonics people knew all of it. They didn't know CIRS. They knew it when I said it, but they knew mold toxicity. They knew IBD very well. And they knew how to work with that. And so, they do special things like my colonics people put ozone in the water. So it's nice ozone infused water, which is awesome. And then they put in things like wheatgrass, which some of you may not like, but aloe vera. So they make sure to put all the good probiotics and bacteria back in your colon, which a lot of these colonic places don't. They'll just take everything out and then leave it. You have to put all the good bacteria back in. So just so you know that as well, I live in the Hudson Valley of New York. It's an hour and a half above New York City. If anyone lives in my area and you want a really good colonics recommendation, Colonics by Crystal, she's amazing. Her daughter Aubrey is amazing. I can't say enough about them. Sorry, guys. Again, the candy bar I shouldn't have eaten. Well, the 2 pieces I shouldn't have eaten. Anyway, if you want that recommendation, DM me, email me, and I'll give you their number and all that kind of stuff because they're so good that they do the colonics for David Avocado Wolf, who's he's a huge health star in the health industry. Look him up. And by the way, he has said that he uses them. He flies in from Texas and California to have Crystal and Aubrey do his colonics. That's how good they are. And he's been very open about that to the public. So just know that if you are in my area, I cannot say enough about them. And yeah. So number 3, psilocybin. I did the last episode 107 on microdosing psilocybin. I just want to do a little update on that. I go to an acupuncturist, been going to her now for 4 years. She's amazing. I've talked about her many times. One of the best acupuncturists I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot. I've been doing acupuncture for, so sorry guys. I've been doing acupuncture for 21 years. And she's one of the 2 best I've ever been to. And she told me, or every time I come in, she tells me, your tongue is swollen, which means that you're not getting a deep enough sleep. And that's concerning me. And then we talked about perimenopause and all that kind of stuff. And she gave me some Chinese herbs and they worked a little bit, not anything great. But then I stopped using them because I went on psilocybin. So I went today and she asked me, how long have you been on the psilocybin? And I said, I don't know, at this point, maybe a couple months, something like that. And she said, it's working really well because your tongue for the first time is not swollen, which means you've been getting incredibly deep sleep. So that makes me happy. I mean, considering I've been going to her for 4 years and this is, I think she said it to me once before, which was a fluke, but she normally, every time I go, she checks my tongue and she's like, yeah, you're not getting good sleep. You're not getting good sleep. And she also said that I am the strongest. And when she felt my pulse, they do pulse readings. And she said, I am the strongest and healthiest she's ever seen. Every system in my body is super strong. And the only thing I have changed since seeing her is, or added, I should say, is psilocybin, which again, you guys, it calms the nervous and the immune systems. So I think that's why my body is able to, how would you say this? De-inflame, is able to calm down because of this. And I also want to point out that this is a second expert to tell me this about her clients, which is so fascinating. Remember, my therapist said to me, this psilocybin that I recommended to you, it works so well for my clients that they're no longer my clients because they're not anxious anymore. And my acupuncturist today, literally a few hours ago, said the exact same thing to me. She said, I think psilocybin is a miracle. I hope that certain people don't get their paws on it. You know what I'm talking about. And she also said that same thing. Like I used to have clients come in here with anxiety really bad because they started using psilocybin. They're not my clients anymore, or they hardly come. So I just want everyone to, think about that. Take a look at that. Number 2, did I do the things right? Number 5, number 4, number 3. Yep. Number 2, cryotherapy. I have not done an episode on this yet because I have a theory I want to prove, but I can't prove it until I get blood work done in March 2025. So you will not hear an episode until probably spring 2025 on this. But I credit cryotherapy with so many things. Why? Because it gives a major boost to your immune system. And if I go 2 weeks without doing cryotherapy, I can feel it. I'm like, oh, I feel just a little off. And then boom, I do cryotherapy and I'm good again. So I go and do cryotherapy every week, right? You guys know that's the freezing therapy. So I go in this chamber, my head's sticking out, and I can do it for 3 minutes at negative, oh, that was a hydrogen water, at negative 165. My husband has a lot more fat than I do, and he's taller and he's a really muscular guy. He can do it for 3 minutes at negative 185, I think. So I do a pretty good job. Or do I do negative 135? Now I can't remember. No, I do negative 135. He does negative 165. Sorry, my bad. But once you get used to it, you always get a little scared. You're always like, oh, why am I doing this? And then once you're in the chamber, it's fine. I talked, like I'm pretty much screaming, hollering at my cryotherapist, because that's the only way I can get through it, is I have to come in with a 3-minute story and talk to her. And then I get through it pretty fast and I'm okay. But I find that this has been a huge boost to my immune system, and a noticeable boost, because you guys know I have an infrared sauna. I'm all about infrared sauna. I love it so much. But this is the thing where I feel that has really boosted my immune system. I have some good news. It is another episode of All My MARCoNS. I'm not a singer. All My MARCoNS. And that is, you guys, I can't believe I'm saying this, I finally cleared the MARCoNS. I think it's taken not quite a year. I'm going to guess and say 9 months. Sounds about right. But I finally cleared the MARCoNS, which are the staph or nasal toxins up in my nasal passages. And when you get the test done, the MARCoNS test done, you do it like a COVID test, you're swabbing, you send it in. And what it shows is antibiotic resistance. I now have 0 antibiotic resistance. I did not think I was going to get to this point, to the point that when I sent in the test, I was like, have no expectations. You're always disappointed. Who cares? So Dr. Peg, her office, messages me and says, congratulations, the holidays have come early. You've cleared the MARCoNS. I could not flipping believe it. I'm so happy about that. I could not, that is something that I am so happy about. And I want to be honest with you guys, the MARCoNS can come back 2 weeks later. That's the crappy part of this is if you're in the wrong environment or exposed to the wrong things, they can come back. But right now I feel great and I'm just happy, and I'm going to celebrate that. In fact, we're going to dinner, I think Saturday night, my favorite place. They don't use any industrial seed oils. You guys know, because I tag them on Instagram. I love them. Julia's Local up in the Catskills. And my social media coach has talked a lot about, her big thing is you have to celebrate these wins, because we just don't in life. And so my husband had a lot of wins with his job lately, and I had the wins with clearing the MARCoNS. And so we're going to go celebrate that, which is so cool. So that's cool. And I have something else to tell you. Sorry, guys, again, not wearing my, okay. So I want to say that I cannot say enough about cryotherapy. It's been an absolute game changer. I'm hoping to prove what I think I'm going to prove in March 2025. We will see. If you can, find a cold plunge near you. I know some of you live in remote areas and you're like, dude, I cannot find a cryotherapy person. I get that. Cold plunge is a good thing to look into. They have it in gyms now. Make sure they drain it before you go in. Okay, that's a big thing. Now, we don't want to be just jumping in lakes because you don't know the bacteria. But if you know that your lake is clean, you can just do it the old-fashioned way, like the Scandinavians and the Estonians and the Russians and Latvians and Lithuanians. Sorry, I lived in that part of the world. This is why I know this. What they do, right? They build a little ice hole and they go from sauna to ice hole to sauna, ice hole to sauna. You can do that too, or just run back inside your house, whatever. But you have to know what you're doing, research it. I wouldn't recommend that. And you can't just sit there in an ice hole for a long time that I know of. So anyway, just there's other ways to do it. I just want everyone to realize that. And then this is really interesting. The last thing about cryotherapy, when was this? This must have been, give me a second to think. It had to be late October. I had a Thai massage done. And you guys know Thai massage is, try not to swear, effing nuts. Right? Thai massage is, they take you on the ground, they stretch you, and they go deep into your tissues and muscles and fascia and all of that. So I had Thai massage done. And then within the next 10 days, I had 2 more massages because I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, this is fine. No, it's not fine to give yourself that many massages. But I was like, okay, let's just go for it. And I had a massive, well, not massive is a strong word, but I had a pretty big Herx reaction. My theory is it was taking more mold out of my body, right? Because this mold that was built up in my body for 20 years, it's going to take more to get out of my body. I had a Herx reaction. I had a cold or cold-like symptoms for 5 days. Now, the old me would be down for 6 weeks. When I used to get colds, I had all the mold in my body and the CIRS symptoms were there and the IBD symptoms were there, 6 weeks. But what I realized was it wasn't a cold. It was just detoxing and a Herx reaction. And also when I used to get massages back in the day when I was sick and didn't know I was sick, I would always get sick after the massages. I would always have a Herx reaction. I would never get massages because I was like, every time I get really sick. Now I don't. Well, okay, I did this time because I got 3 in 10 days. So I got 3 massages in 10 days, got a Herx reaction, which was 5 days of cold symptoms, again, which is great compared to 6 weeks. So I knew I was healthy because of that. And then the interesting part was let's see, when did I go to Colorado? Let's say 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later, I go to Colorado. So I'm fine. I feel fine, go to Colorado. We decide to travel on Veterans Day, which was a really busy travel holiday. We're in the 2 busiest airports in the country, Denver and Newark. And we're passing through. And I was like, this probably wasn't good planning, but what are you going to do now? So we're doing, the planes are full. The airports are packed. The train you have to go on, you guys know if you've gone to the Denver airport, you have a train that takes you to the main terminal. That's packed. It's like being in Japan, the whole thing. I did not get sick. I did not get one cough. I did not get one sniffle. Not anything. And I am positive. That is because, yes, infrared sauna. You guys know I love that. And I have that in my house. But also because of cryotherapy, I know it was giving me that immune boost. And you guys know that, I do all the hydrogen water and the analemma and the this and the that, but I really feel, again, the cryo is what's doing it. Okay, let's see. Oh, and then, yes, I said this. I'm going to have an upcoming episode next year. Okay, number 1, my favorite thing of 2024 is all of you. You guys are all warriors. You're healers. You're amazing. You give me advice. You're so strong. You're so freaking smart. We've built this community together. I'm so proud of us. We are just the best people. I meet the best people through this podcast, and I feel so lucky to know all of you. I feel all of your energy when I record, when you listen, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this. I'm so happy I started this. I'm just, yeah, I feel lucky. I feel like I'm a lucky woman, and all of you are lucky, even if you're not in a flare right now. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Even if you are in a flare right now, it's okay. It's okay. You're going to get out of it because you found this podcast and you found resources. So this is a new way of looking at things. I was about to say something and then I caught, hold on, water. You guys are going to hear this if you're on audio. That's another thing I'm doing in 2025 that I already started, is not being such a perfectionist. If you hear in this episode, who cares? You hear an I had been spending so much time on editing that it was psychotic, and I was literally matching breath for breath. Like if I take a breath, then I cut something, and it was getting to the point of psychotic. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to be my I was going to say flawless. I'm going to be my flawed me, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so happy holidays. I'm not looking in the right place again. Happy holidays. I love you all. Big kiss. And I will be back with an episode in February 2025. I want to take a break. I'm going on vacation in January, which I'm really excited about. I'm going away to a warm place, so that'll be nice at some point in January. So I'm thinking sometime in February 2025. It will not be early February because I'm taking the vacation at the end of February. So that's why. Only other thing is I'm really going hard on Instagram, and I'm actually, for the first time ever, enjoying it and having fun because I think it's more me. So I will be putting up a lot more pictures and reels and all of that on Instagram. So definitely tune in if you miss me on Instagram. And I would like to wish everyone a Green Heart Day, a Green Heart holiday season, and a happy new year. And I am excited for 2025 because I think we're going to be seeing a lot of really good things with regard to IBD and CIRS. Love you all.